When we got married in 1993, I had a hard time having a baby. I had 2 miscarriages. And I was just asking for one son, but God gave us 2, and my youngest is David. I could sense already that he's so special when I've learned that David had rheumatic heart disease. I could not believe that my son, whom I took care his whole life, would have that kind of sickness.
It was September 2014 when they found out that my heart was too large for my age. When I felt my first symptoms, I really felt excruciating pain that I cannot even take another step. If I recall correctly, I even cried because of the pain. The doctor told us that there's a high chance that it is rheumatic heart disease.
When I've learned that David would have to undergo an open heart surgery operation, it was still so vivid in my mind. It was a Sunday, actually, but doctor said that we had to see her. And so we went to that hospital. And when those words came out from the mouth of that doctor, I was taken aback. I was looking at David and he was like lying on the bed. And I said to my son, be strong, do not cry. And he said, I am going to be very strong, Mommy. To have an early detection or to at least detect in an early stage the heart condition of a child, it would really save a lot of children in the Philippines. And there will be less tears rolling from the faces of the mothers.
We are now screening children 5 to 15 years old so that we'll be able to detect earlier the presence of rheumatic fever and rheumatic heart disease so that we can give secondary prevention or the antibiotics. This handheld ultrasound machine consists of a transducer. This transducer captures and transmits ultrasound images. This is connected to a mobile device. It can be a smartphone or a tablet. It is very light, compact, and it's handheld, so it's easy to use, and you can transport it to different areas.
David was referred to me at 12 years of age. He was already in heart failure. The echo showed a very big heart. The only way to treat that is to replace the valve. On the day itself, the nurse came in at around 5 a.m. and I said, this is it. This is it. And so David was so quiet, and then he was wheeled towards the operating room, and I told him, David, no crying. He said, Mommy, no crying. But when the wheel started moving, I saw my son crying already. And I just prayed.
When I woke up in ICU, the first thing I wish is that I was the last person to experience all the things that I experienced, because it was too traumatic for my age. We don't deserve these things to happen again. These diseases can be preventable. They can find a better way to cure these diseases earlier.
The surgery of David could have been avoided if the disease was detected earlier when he was having initial signs, and we could have prevented the progression It starts from a strep infection because of the environmental factors of overcrowding. You can have one child having one strep infection to the next. If they are untreated, the strep infection will create an immune reaction. They do not feel anything. So now it's accepted that the echocardiogram is the best to indicate as a screening for children with heart disease. Why is rheumatic heart disease prevalent in the Philippines? It is multifactorial. We have environmental factors. There is limited access to healthcare, limited knowledge for the healthcare workers.
With the screening program, we hope that in the future, the burden of rheumatic fever and rheumatic heart disease will decrease in our country. The use of the handheld ultrasound machines will really help, especially in our remote areas.
I am a very proud mom. He's one of those who were given the chance to study in the College of Medicine. And he's now in his second year in proper medicine. That made our family so much proud of him.
I appreciate more life, treasure every moment that I'm with my family. I believe that if I become someone who has the knowledge, who has the ability to cure every disease of a pediatric patient, no kid can suffer the experiences that we had.